Hi, I'm Bob, and you, my friends, are back in the United States of analog. How you doing out there? Good to see you. And I am fresh back from Southwest Audio Fest in beautiful Dallas, Texas, where I had a great time. I enjoyed meeting viewers of this channel. I hope I came off all right and answered your questions, and thanks for taking the time to tell me about your audio journey. It was really a great 3 days hanging out with other influencers, meeting fans, and just looking and listening to great gear. It's such a wonderful community that we're all a part of, influencers and viewers alike, and I do appreciate you being here. Now, along the way, I had the pleasure to catch up with a young CEO founder of a, well, I'll call it newish speaker company, new audio company. And the first speaker is out. I'm not the first one to interview this young man or to show you this speaker, and I won't be the last. Please forgive the sound, at least on my end. It was very much a run and gun situation, as you can imagine, and I only had one microphone on me. So I gave it to this young man, and I just kind of shouted over the top. So without further ado, here is my interview with this young founder CEO. All right, we're with Lucca Chesky, right?
How's it going?
And, listen, we're at Southwest Audio. There's been a lot of buzz about your room, so congratulations.
Thank you.
We're not going to be ageist here. We're not going to talk about your age, but you're doing some amazing things at such a young age. And
yeah.
I've heard so much buzz, people saying, you know, overhearing conversations about the LC1, and people saying, have you heard it? Have you heard it? It is amazing, and congratulations.
Thank you.
I know it's your first product. What was missing for you in this space? Because I believe every new product should solve a problem.
Right. For me, in my opinion, I found that when you walk the halls today, you're going to hear some really good sound. You're going to hear some really cool stuff. But a lot of these rigs are $50,000, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. Some are $800,000. You know, I'm 17. I don't know a single 17-year-old my age.
Wait, I thought you were 19.
No, I'm 17.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So, you know, a kid my age can afford a system like that. Most people can't. I felt that for the price of $1,000, there wasn't really a speaker that really sold me or kept me engaged. And I think that's the biggest thing when you're sitting down and listening to a system, is that you want to be able to be engaged with the music. And if you're engaged with the music, you're going to end up enjoying it more. You're going to really feel and hear what the artist wanted, and you're going to go through the whole album like it's nothing. You don't have to sit and go like, oh man, I have to listen to the rest of this. You want to have something you really like. And I found that there wasn't really anything that engaged me like the LC1s do. You know, it's a really cool speaker because it uses a new kind of cabinet technology.
3D printed, right?
Yeah.
You're with the times.
With the times.
And I noticed when I was knocking on it, there's hardly any resonance.
Yeah.
So what's going on in there inside of the 3D printed cabinet?
It's a multi-layer high-density cabinet. It's something I kind of developed specifically for the LC1. And what it's going to do is lower the resonance of the inside of the cabinet, and it's going to minimize the interference here with our two drivers. Minimizing the interference is going to provide for a more accurate and a much more natural response. Something that I think, you know, you listen to a lot of the speakers that are, you know, in this price point, in this style of, you know, a box speaker, and you can hear the box, it sounds boxy, you know, that's all the interaction with the drivers. This kind of solves that. And the advantage of 3D is you can do all of these intricate shapes that you can't typically do with MDF or wood or fiberboard. So if you want to come on over here, I'll show you that the LC1 has these little tessellations. This is what I call tessellation diffraction technology. And what this is going to do, similar to how some people put felt on the front of their speaker, it's going to minimize the front-facing reflections that you can get off the tweeter. And it's also going to look great while it does that.
Yeah, I know it's part of your logo.
Yeah.
It's functional.
Right.
But it's a little different than diffusing it, or?
Yeah, it's really to break up the waves. You know, each one of these are individually unique and different.
Yeah.
Now, the same kind of tech is on the inside, and there's a bunch of other acoustic treatment to make sure that the cabinet is really sonically optimized. And that's all possible with 3D. You know, this is a solid piece. There's no panels, no ports, no anything.
Listen, you're up with the times, and it's not going to surprise me that you're going to have a lot of imitators down the road, because this technology is getting to be more readily available. And you've listed this as a bookshelf monitor.
Mm-hmm.
What is the difference between, or is there a difference between a bookshelf speaker and a monitor?
A lot of people, when they think monitor, they think professional sound sometimes.
Mm-hmm. You're right. That's what I think.
Yeah. When you're thinking of monitor, a lot of the times people think of these small, compact speakers that they can put on stands or right in front of them. And I think while, the LC1 is more of a high-end, hi-fi product and not for live sound, or not live sound, professional sound, naming it that is really going to bring people's idea to the right kind of product. This is something that's really small. I mean, for its price point, it's up there. I know like the KEF LS50 is, it's a little bigger, but yeah, it's a super tiny speaker. And when people hear monitor and they hear bookshelf, not necessarily that you want these on a bookshelf.
No, right.
But you think small, you think compact, and yeah, it's something that is great because it doesn't take up a lot of room.
Right, and that's a passive radiator on each side?
Yeah, we have two passives.
My feeling is when I listen to these today, but I've been in this room a lot because I'm teaming up with my other favorite people, Cambridge Audio, for this room to power these. And speaking of power, like what is a good power rating to drive these?
So I would say what I've found the sweet spot to be is actually the same as that Cambridge. Class AB, 100 watts per channel.
Okay.
That has been, I've tried multiple amps. Every time, AB 100 watts, it sounds fantastic. And it's never been better than that Cambridge right there.
Yeah, no, it's great. They're great people, and it's a great pairing. They look great together and all that.
It's also, it's good because that amp's like $2,000. The speakers are $1,000. This whole rig's, close to $3,000. And you have a system that's going to sound killer and be able to compete with some really fucking expensive speakers.
The immersiveness of these speakers, the dispersion of the sound. These are the kind of speakers that you can have in a space and you can be almost anywhere in that space.
And it's going to sound
good.
And
enjoy them. You don't have to be in the sweet spot.
Right.
Now, I like to be in the sweet spot, and these sound amazing in the sweet spot. But you don't have to be in the sweet spot.
Correct.
It's filling up the room with sound, but I'm still getting the focus.
Absolutely, yeah. So, a good amount of that comes with the passives. But being able to enjoy, I think this thing of listening to music, one person just sitting in one spot, a lot of people do that, but I think music is something to be shared, something to be enjoyed with friends.
100%.
So if you have something that is great wherever you are in the room, you can be walking by, it's going to sound good. If you're playing it just to fill the space in your house, that's going to be something that's going to engage you. And if you're in that sweet spot, these speakers are going to disappear. It's going to sound 10 times the size
They do.
of the actual physical cabinet.
Yep.
And you're going to really think that this artist is right there in front of you. They image like no other.
Yeah. Well, I've already told you I'm going to order mine. The 6 to 8 weeks is going to be a tough wait. I'll wait patiently, but I cannot wait to get a pair of these home.
The plan is for production, I'm finding some people to help manufacture, so that lead time is only going to get shorter by the day.
Super impressed. I want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
And it's been one of the highlights of the show for me to be in this room, to see some of my old friends from Cambridge and get to meet you and your father. And it's a real pleasure for me and my channel to be here. And again, just congratulations on what you've accomplished, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future.
Sounds good, man. I appreciate it.
Okay. Well, that's it. I actually did at dinner that night sit down, go online, and purchase a pair of the LC1s because I don't have anything like that in my arsenal. And I just thought they sounded really good. I want to be on the leading edge of what's happening, and I want to support a young audiophile who is trying to make a name, trying to create unique products. And I think that's what's so exciting right now about the audio industry is young people coming back into the fold. At least I'm perceiving that they are, and I'm hoping that they are, because they can bring some new ideas. We've got new science, we have new technology that we can lean on. And much like young people did with the recording business, well, it started with Springsteen in Nebraska, but young people getting on their laptops, getting on their phones, creating music. It was bad news for the studios, but good news for struggling artists that they could start to record and release their own music. I see some parallels in these worlds, and I'm excited to see what young people bring to the audio industry. All right, thanks for watching. If you've got a few more minutes and you want to watch something else, the geniuses at YouTube have already selected another video especially for you. I know it's kind of scary, right? But that's how it goes. It's right here. And all you've got to do is click on it, and then magically it starts. Well, it'll probably start after some kind of like hair loss commercial. But here it is, right there it is, right there. Click it right now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at Expona in Chicago.